Here we are for our weekly Facebook Live. Hope everybody had a nice Labor Day weekend. I know I spent it laboring as usual. I take the, spirit of the holiday, I guess, a little too seriously. One of these days, maybe I'll do something fun. Today, we're talking community events. I don't have to tell you that basically 2020 has been canceled. So anything going on, it's probably been canceled, including our Victorian Walk. That's a big deal every year that Guthrie has, is our Victorian Walk with they recreate historic scenes and windows, and it's just such a wonderful time. But the committee reached out to all of the stores about last month and let us know they made a decision to cancel. And I let them know right off the bat that I totally understood. I don't know that everybody was as understanding with them as I was, but I get it. I, as a person who's organized big events here with the store and even in the community, I know the type of planning and fundraising that's involved, and without them able to do all those things, even if, the whole COVID thing up and disappears by Christmas, there's just no way that they would be able to pull it off and be able to do it right. But that's okay. I kind of expected that to happen. They've come up with a great alternate event that we can do, that everybody can participate in, and it's something that I think is so cool. I hope they keep doing it every single year. Thanks to the generosity of the city of Guthrie, we don't see that very often, they have come up with a Shop Guthrie and Win. There's going to be a cash prize raffle. They brought by this flyer. If you shop in Guthrie, any of the participating stores, they usually have a poster like this in the window, from now until December 20th, you will get a raffle ticket. Here's our tickets. You get to fill out a raffle ticket for every $20 you spend. We've already sent a whole stack of these to them because our customers are going to win, right, guys? What are you going to win? That's the exciting part. Something everybody wants, cash. There's going to be one $3,000 grand prize winner, two $1,000 winners, and two $500 winners. I don't know about you, but that sounds like something pretty awesome. So a good reason to come in, shop Guthrie. Now through December 20th, they're going to do the drawing on the 21st, just in time for you to get some nice money for yourself for Christmas, hopefully. I just think this is a great thing that they're doing. You do have to come in the store to participate. If you've been in and you think, wow, they didn't give me one of those, well, sometimes we forget, so remind us. But for those of you, we know most of you guys, that's why we put your name in our computer when you check out. We always ask if you'd like to be included. It's not because we're creepy and going to stalk you and send you a bunch of stuff you don't want or call you. We don't do that. But this is when it comes in handy. So with a few people that have come in and bought and we're like, oh crap, I forgot to give them her ticket. We've got your name and number so we can, make sure you got in. So we've got you covered. But if you're not on our computer and we forget, see, helps to be in the know. But remind us if we do forget, because sometimes we have so much going on that it does slip our mind. And we do hope that one of our customers is one of the big cash prize winners. That would make me quite happy. The other event that technically is not canceled yet is one a big deal that we have every year is our downtown trick or treat. If you don't live here, I can't even explain how massive it is. I think every child in the whole county comes downtown to trick or treat. Our sidewalks, there's nothing as crowded downtown as Halloween in Guthrie. So it's just wall-to-wall children in costumes, and we love it. A couple problems with Halloween this year, COVID. And secondly, it falls on a Saturday. I'm not a fan of moving Halloween. I think Halloween should be on Halloween, but I didn't win the vote. So they're moving it to Friday as not to impair sales for stores from 4 to 6 on Saturday of Halloween, which I don't know about you. I've been in business, over 26 years. You don't have any business on Halloween between 4 and 6 anyway, so it seems kind of dumb. But it doesn't really matter this year because even though the event is technically still going on, I know a lot of the stores have expressed that they don't really feel comfortable handing out candy, and I know that a lot of the children's families probably will not let them come in trick or treat, even if it is a mob or not a mob. And I just hate for anybody to be left out. As you know, we don't hand out candy. We hand out handmade hats. This is something we started about 2 years ago. We had been involved with some of the other hat programs, and one of the gals at our health department pointed out, none of these hats stay in Logan County. They all get sent, into the city. And we thought we need something for the people who live here. And so we were thinking of some charity to partner with, and we partnered with Brandy Parks from Sooners Success. If you're not familiar with this program, it is a great program. It is a part of OU Health Science Center, and what their Brandy basically does is help match families with kids with special needs up with the services that they need. And it's amazing what all this gal can do. And a lot of times when you do find yourself with a special need, and that's one thing I learned, is the definition of special needs is very broad. It doesn't mean that you have a physically disabled child. It could be a child that just has a special need, maybe on a temporary basis, or maybe, as a parent, I think we can all see ourselves or find ourselves in situations from time to time where our kids have special needs too, and you don't know where to reach out. Often, if you're like me, you assume that resources are only for those who don't have the income. You have to have, low income, and that's not necessarily true. Brandy's able to match people up with others that can solve her problems. So we thought, what a perfect, partnership for us to, work with Brandy, and that's what we've been doing. And so every year we hand out hats for our Tiny Toppers, and with the hats we attach information about the Sooner Success program, because so many parents are unaware that she is there working our county to help them out. In fact, since we started doing this, her referrals have gone up, and if you're familiar with any sort of social work type program, their funding is usually based on referrals. So it's really important, has really helped to keep that program going for her as well. I've talked to Brandy this morning. She's in agreement that handing out hats downtown Halloween, regardless of what goes on out there, is just not going to happen on our end. But we're going to get these hats to the kids. We're in the process of contacting the schools and get a head count for how many elementary school children there are in Guthrie, and if we have enough hats we'll go from there. So we do need your hats still. We may even need more. So if you have been making hats for us, please keep doing it. It's a great thing to pass the time and use up your yarn that you have in your stash, if you still have stash left. I know many of you have blown right through it. It can be a knit hat. It can be a crochet hat. It can be a hat made on one of the little hat looms. Jeannie even has her dad making hats on the looms. Her sister makes one with our Audi Express machine. Have you seen these? These are pretty cool. If you have a lot of stash to bust, this is the way you can bust your stash up in no time and fill us up with hats. I know her sister sure has. She brings bags and bags and bags of hats that she's made on her Audi Express machine. If you have a lot of fabric and like to sew, a sewn hat would be great too. All we ask is that they're handmade with love. We'll attach all the information to them and get it out. So finding new ways to do things that we always do. So canceled doesn't always have to be canceled. We just have to get creative. So that's what's going on today. Thought I'd fill you in on some of our community activities, and we hope to see you soon. I will be back next week, Tuesday at noon, with something new.